Hey there, friends. Let me ask you something. Have you ever woken up feeling a little stiffer than you did a few years ago? Or maybe noticed your energy dips faster these days, like your body's just not keeping up the way it used to? You're not alone. In fact, I hear this all the time from folks in our community. But here's the thing. What if I told you some of the everyday habits you've grown used to might be quietly working against you? Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because life after 60 has its own set of rules. Today, we're talking about 3 silent habits that could be aging you faster, and more importantly, how to flip the script. These aren't drastic changes or impossible tasks. They're simple tweaks to your routine that can help you feel stronger, sharper, and more vibrant. So grab your favorite cup of tea, settle in, and let's start with the first habit, one you might not even realize you're doing. I used to think that once I retired, I'd finally have time to tend to my garden, take long walks, and stay active. But here's the reality. It's so easy to get cozy in that favorite chair, especially when the grandkids are visiting or your favorite show's on. And hey, you've earned that rest. But here's the catch. Sitting for hours on end isn't just about stiff joints. It's like leaving a car parked in the garage too long. The engine starts to rust. When we sit too much, our muscles weaken, our circulation slows, and even our posture starts to slump. Over time, that can lead to aches, fatigue, and a higher risk of falls. But here's the good news. You don't need to run a marathon to reverse this. Start small. Every 30 minutes, stand up and stretch your arms toward the ceiling. Take a lap around the kitchen while your coffee brews. Or try seated leg lifts while you're watching TV. Gentle movements that keep your blood flowing. And here's a tip from my neighbor, Martha. She sets a movement alarm on her phone every hour. When it goes off, she dances to one song. Yes, dances, right there in her living room. She says it's her secret to staying spry at 78. So what'll your movement moment be? Now let's talk about breakfast. Raise your hand if you've ever grabbed toast and jam or a quick bowl of cereal, 'cause it's easy. Don't worry, my hand's up too. But here's what most of us don't realize. As we age, our bodies need more protein, not less, to hold on to muscle and keep our energy steady. And skimping on protein early in the day sets us up for crashes, cravings, and that mid-afternoon slump. Think of protein as your body's building blocks. Without enough, it's like trying to repair a roof with half the shingles you need. But adding it doesn't have to be complicated. Try stirring a spoonful of peanut butter into your oatmeal, or frying an egg to go with that toast. Greek yogurt with berries? Perfect. Even a handful of nuts or a slice of turkey can make a difference. My friend Jim swears by his morning smoothie. A scoop of protein powder, frozen spinach, and a banana. He says it keeps him full until lunch, and he's still chopping firewood at 82. So next time you're in the kitchen, ask yourself, where's my protein? Your muscles and your energy levels will thank you. Now these first 2 habits are huge, but there's one more that's just as important, maybe even more surprising. It's something we all do, especially when life gets busy or stressful, and it quietly chips away at our vitality. But once you tackle it, you'll notice the difference in your mood, your energy, even your skin. Let's dive into that next time, and I'll share a simple 5-minute daily practice that can turn it all around. Until then, try adding a little movement to your day and that protein boost to your breakfast. And hey, drop a comment below. Let me know how it goes. Are you a toast and jam person switching to eggs? Or maybe you've got your own movement moment idea. I'd love to hear it. Take care, friends. Remember, aging isn't about stopping the clock. It's about winding it up with the right habits. See you soon. Earlier we talked about moving more and fueling your body right, both game changers. But there's a third habit that's sneakier than both, and it's something we're all guilty of when life gets hectic. It's not what you do, it's what you don't do. Let me explain. Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, replaying a conversation from 20 years ago? Or maybe worrying about things you can't control, the news, family drama, or even the weather? That mental clutter isn't just exhausting, it's aging you. Stress, especially the kind we bottle up, floods our bodies with hormones like cortisol. Over time, that wears down our immune system, messes with our sleep, and even weakens our memory. But here's the kicker. We often don't even realize we're doing it. Let me tell you about my cousin Linda. She's 68 and spent years caring for her husband, who had Parkinson's. After he passed, she thought she'd finally relax. But instead, she felt more drained. Turns out, she'd gotten so used to putting everyone else first, she'd forgotten how to hit the pause button for herself. Sound familiar? That's the third silent habit, never giving your mind a true break. Now, I'm not saying you need to meditate for hours or become a yoga master. But here's a simple trick. Every day, give yourself 5 minutes of mental stillness. Sit in a quiet spot, even if it's just your bathroom with the door locked. Close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and focus on the air moving in and out of your nose. When thoughts pop up, and they will, imagine them as clouds drifting by. Don't judge them. Just let them go. This isn't about emptying your mind. It's about giving it a little vacation from the noise. Linda started doing this while her tea steeped every morning. At first, she said it felt silly. But after a week, she noticed she wasn't snapping at her grandkids as much. After a month, her blood pressure dropped. And now, she calls it her daily reset button. The science backs this up too. Studies show even short mindfulness practices reduce inflammation and improve brain health. Not bad for 5 minutes, right? Now let's tie this all together. Moving more keeps your body strong. Protein keeps your energy steady. And mental stillness? That keeps your spirit resilient. But here's the secret. These habits work best when they support each other. For example, a short walk after lunch not only gets you moving, but also clears your mind. Adding protein to your breakfast gives you the fuel to tackle stress head on. And that mental reset? It helps you sleep better, which means you'll want to move more the next day. See how it all connects. Maybe you're thinking, but I've got so much on my plate. How do I fit this in? Start with one tiny change. Pair your morning coffee with a protein-rich snack. Set a reminder to stretch during the TV ads. And steal those 5 minutes of stillness while your soup simmers. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Trust me, your future self will look back and thank you. Now, I'd love to hear how you're weaving these habits into your days. Are you trying the mental stillness trick? Or maybe you found a protein-packed breakfast you adore. Drop a comment below. Your ideas might inspire someone else. And if you're feeling stuck, don't hesitate to ask. We're all in this together. Next time, we'll talk about how to turn these 3 habits into a seamless daily routine. No willpower required. Until then, remember, every small step you take is a love letter to your future. Keep shining, friends. Welcome, friends. We've covered a lot together. Moving more, fueling your body with purpose, and giving your mind the quiet it deserves. But here's where the magic happens. When these 3 habits become as natural as breathing, not because you're forcing yourself, but because they fit into your day, like your favorite pair of slippers. Let me show you how. Think about Linda again, the one who discovered her daily reset button. She didn't overhaul her life overnight. Instead, she wove these habits into the rhythm of her day. Mornings start with her 5-minute mental stillness practice while the kettle boils. Breakfast, a spinach omelet with a side of laughter from her favorite radio show. And instead of sitting through back-to-back episodes of her soap operas, she pauses every hour to march in place during commercials. It's not exercise, she says. It's just living. Here's the thing. Routines don't have to be rigid. Maybe your movement moment is watering the plants or walking the dog. Your protein boost could be as simple as adding cottage cheese to your fruit salad. And that mental reset? It might happen in the grocery store parking lot before you head inside. 3 deep breaths to center yourself. The goal isn't to follow someone else's plan. It's to create yours. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. But what if I slip up? Let me tell you a secret. I do too. Some days I'm glued to my chair writing scripts, forgetting to move. Other mornings I grab a muffin and call it breakfast. But here's what matters. Progress, not perfection. Miss a day? That's okay. Start fresh the next morning. These habits aren't a test. They're tools to help you feel your best, one choice at a time. Let's break it down. Imagine tomorrow morning. You wake up, stretch your arms overhead. That's habit 1. Then head to the kitchen. Instead of toast alone, you smear almond butter on it. Habit 2. Check. While it's toasting, you stand at the counter and practice your 5-minute mental reset. Habit 3. Done. 3 habits, 1 routine. No extra time needed. That's the power of stacking small wins. And don't underestimate the ripple effect. When you move more, you sleep better. When you eat enough protein, your cravings calm down. When you quiet your mind, you make clearer decisions. Suddenly, you're not just managing aging, you're thriving in spite of it. My friend Carl calls this his domino effect. He started with a 10-minute walk after dinner, and now he's gardening, traveling, and even joined a community theater group. Turns out, he says, energy creates more energy. So what's your first domino? Maybe it's swapping your cereal for eggs twice a week, or parking farther from the store to sneak in extra steps, or even pausing to breathe deeply before answering the phone. Whatever it is, own it, celebrate it, and when you're ready, add another. These habits aren't about adding years to your life. They're about adding life to your years. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you for being here. Aging isn't a solo journey. It's a path we walk together. So let's keep the conversation going. Share your domino in the comments below. Did you try a new breakfast? Find a creative way to move more? Discover a mindfulness trick that works for you? Your story could be the nudge someone else needs to start their own journey. If this resonated with you, hit that like button. It helps others find this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe and ring the bell. We've got so much more to explore together. Delicious recipes, gentle workouts, and stories that remind us all how vibrant life after 60 can be. Remember, friends, you're not just aging. You're evolving. Every wrinkle is a testament to your resilience. Every gray hair a badge of wisdom. So here's to moving with purpose, nourishing your body with joy, and gifting your mind moments of peace. Keep writing your story, one small, powerful habit at a time. Until next time, take good care of yourself. You're worth it.